What's up, everybody? Got me a new hat, so I wanted to show it off. You know what I'm saying? Chicago, baby. Yeah, got a thing on the side. Oh, wrong side. Got a thing on the side, but that's what we're here to talk about. My cool hat. What we're here to talk about is stakes versus impact. So, real quick, there is going to be a couple spoilers. So, there's going to be spoilers for One Piece, Naruto, although those should be kind of obvious, Chainsaw Man, and a special appearance of Gurren Lagann. So, if you haven't caught up on those shows, or if you're not really to a point where you want to get spoiled on those shows, don't watch this video. Finish watching those. Come back, especially Gurren Lagann. Gurren Lagann's fire. And yeah, then watch the video. But yeah, so talk about stakes and impact. Stakes are apparently things that are consequences that the hero side goes through to where like your hero side loses some kind of consequence or somebody dies or something. Pretty much something negative happens to the hero side to help make the story more, contrived, build some of that emotion in you and stuff like that. So there's that. And for the most part, like I said, it's normally through characters dying, so somebody on your side has to die, whatever. And if it doesn't happen, most people they try to treat it as if, like we didn't lose anything, there was no consequence, nothing happened in this arc now, da 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 da. So, it's a thing about it. It's only for certain series, to be honest with you. It's pretty hypocritical to me for a lot of people because certain series get hit for all that no there's no stakes thing, but then other series don't get any type of critique for that when they do it later. But we ain't talking about that right now. So I want to say I can understand that because when a character dies and it's very emotional, you can really like catch yourself just getting thrusted into the story a bit more and more so like feeling that sense of urgency or that sense of grief or even that sense of like having to push through that another character has to deal with. But there's also another side of this, which is sometimes characters just get sacrificed and they ain't been there that long to really make you or really to make a impact onto the story. And that's what I really want to look into. So you have a situation where you can have a character, they can get introduced, be there for a couple chapters, maybe a couple episodes, then they die, and you see another character react to it, and it's supposed to be like, oh no, I'm so sad now. But for me personally, I'll just be like, well, peace. You know what I mean? So I don't like that. I really don't. A lot of people do because it's stakes, it's consequences, it's something to like get that emotion going. But if I don't know the character that long, if I don't know anything about the character really, if I just seen them for a couple scenes and stuff like that, I'm not gonna care. I just don't. This is not impacting me at all. And that's where impact comes in. Because impact to me is when you have a character that has actually been there for a while, the character that's actually been ingrained in you, and you feel like the character, you know what I'm saying? Like you're used to their antics, you're used to their actions. Now their death is going to be something that really hits home that's not going to be there. Like you're not going to hear this character anymore. You're not going to see this character anymore. So the stuff that you done got used to, you're not going to get anymore. Like when somebody actually dies in your family. Or if somebody goes through a tragic accident or something like that, and they get immobilized, paralyzed, or anything like that. Hopefully nothing happens like that to y'all. But that's what I like. That's what I like. I like for something to happen to really, like hit home that this character that I care a lot about is now either gone or something serious has happened to them. And a lot of series don't do that no more. You know what I'm saying? Like the best example that I can give, and it's not really like the best example, but it is one of the ones that really hit early on, and that is the death of the third Hokage in Naruto. When the third Hokage died, by that point, let's see here, we've gone through about 2 to 3 arcs. We've seen him a good couple times. We've seen him talk to Naruto. We've seen him defend Naruto and all that stuff. So it's like we've gotten used to the third Hokage by this point. And when he's gone, and also the fact that he goes out on his shield like a G, it sits with you. And then not only that, but you see the effect of it in the entire village. You know what I'm saying? When you see the funeral form and everything, everybody loved the third Hokage. So you really got to feel that. And instead of just it being like this old dude that just showed up once or twice, there's somebody that, like I said, you've seen a couple times. So you really got to feel that emotion in there. Same thing with Ace from One Piece. When you actually think about it, Ace only really shows up in the series If you watch the anime, he shows up for a couple episodes, but in the manga, he's only really there like 7 appearances, and he really only gets mentioned like a number of times. But we've met him. It's years that go by to where before he actually ends up getting killed. It's like time that we do know Ace is there. There are mentions of him like sprinkled throughout the series. We actually see him have his fight with Blackbeard. And it was fantastic too. You know what I'm saying? We go through this journey to try and save him, and then we end up saving him only to lose him. That's impactful. Like, we still get the impact of that to this day with Wano. I mean, Wano's over, but whatever. But yeah, so it's like, it's not just a thing of he was there, we had to see him each and every episode or anything like that. We saw him and we were able to know about him, learn more about him, and then even after he was gone, we got to learn even more about him afterwards, which helped it to like really sink in and hit home just how much he meant to not only Luffy, but to us as fans. So that's impact. Now let's just talk about stakes and shock value. Another series I think doesn't really do it that well is Twin Star Exorcist, but it's not popular enough to talk about, so moving on. In Chainsaw Man recently, you had the death of Himeno. I mean, Himeno, she was there for 2 episodes, and then the manga is like 6, 7 chapters. So we get introduced to her a couple episodes in. We have some scenes with her, some kind of sexy scenes, you know what I'm saying? But it's like she's there, we see her a couple times, and then she's gone. And honestly, the way she goes out is pretty pathetic. Which, by the way, is kind of the point of Chainsaw Man. So, not attacking it there. But I don't really find a death like that to be more so impactful, just something that just kind of happens in the world. So I don't really want to say that it's stakes or it's inconsequential. It's more so just like, all right, that's what's supposed to happen in this. You know what I mean? It's like, that's supposed to happen in this story. So yeah, I ain't too scared about that. So it's like the death isn't impactful to me, because I didn't care really all that much about Himeno. Honestly, when I thought about like Denji's age and stuff, I was just like, ooh, it's a little creepy. But it's like I'm not phased by it. I can feel for her for the whole thing with Aki and him not returning her affections because of Makima, but I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't invested in this character, So when she was gone, I was like, all right, peace out. Sad that you had to go out like that, but hopefully we'll catch a design like yours in another series to last a bit longer. So yeah, it's like that's just not really, it's not impactful to the point where I feel like this person's death is now going to affect the rest of the series, or this character is going to be in the back of my mind forever. Because she wasn't. When I was reading Chainsaw Man, by the time we got to the next arc with the Katana Man, by the time we got to the Bomb Devil arc, I ain't fuck about him and all. Like, there's so many other characters to like think about outside of her. So, I just didn't care about her anymore. So I just didn't think it was really done well. And I feel like that's what happens now. You have a lot of series that really are just killing off characters to kind of build up stakes and consequences and to be like, yeah, this isn't the soft boy shonens that y'all used to no more. It's just not a thing to really help me feel for these characters. And I also want to feel for the characters that we have left. But before that, I want to feel for the character that's actually gone. I want that feeling of, damn, I'm not going to see my boy no more. Or I'm not going to see Shardu no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want those ingrained feelings. And to bring up Gurren Lagann, when my nigga Kamina died, listen, bro, you talking about, bro, what? Yeah, I cannot lie to you. When my boy Kamina died, it was honestly devastating. Because if I'm not mistaken, that happens in episode 8. So you're talking about 8 episodes, which is like, 4 hours of nonstop Kamina doing crazy stuff, saying crazy things. We see him pull everybody's ass out the fire. We see Simon pull his ass out the fire every now and then. We see all these great moments with Kamina. We see these speeches, see these speeches. We hear these, well, I guess you see them if you read subtitles. We hear these speeches, by the way, watch Gurren Lagann and dub, and, and all this stuff. But right before the last battle, we see him in this very calm manner. We see him in a completely different light. and it's like just so soul breaking and heartbreaking. And then not to mention, after he's gone, we have to see the aftermath of that. So not only are we feeling bad about it, we have to watch Simone feel bad about it. We have to watch Yoko feel bad about it. We have to watch everybody on Team Gurren move, like try to figure out how to move forward from this guy being gone. That's how you do impact. That's powerful. That's impact. You know what I'm saying? Like you really are like going through it with these characters because you spent so much time with this guy. So yeah, I just want to talk about that because it's like, I don't know, it's like I can understand people who don't want fake out this. I can understand people who don't want, like series to just not have anything to like draw them in. And sometimes deaths or sometimes just a tragic thing can really help you draw in and feel for a character. But if it happens to a character that you don't have enough time to care about, what's the point? You know what I mean? Like I just don't like that. So if you have any thoughts on the difference between stakes and impacts, you have any thoughts on the like how long it takes to really get invested into a character, put those in the comment section because that's obviously different for other people. Some people a bit more emotional, they can get attached to characters faster. Me not so much. So, let me know, put it in the comment section. If we want to talk about impact and what you think impact is, give your definition. Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so that's it for me. It's your boy Mike Mack. Be sure to follow us on the social medias. I'll figure out a way to post those. But yeah, that's all I got for y'all right now. And catch y'all in the next video. Peace.